What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and we are back again this week with the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor. Not the full review. Full review is linked down below. This is just going to be 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. So, if you are new, we are going to start with the cinematic, which is usually 60 seconds or less, and then we are going to go ahead and jump right on into it. Again, this is a shorter one. If you want all the details, that's the review, and it's linked down below. So, without further ado, let's roll. Number one on the list is on the interior, and I really like the interior. I think it's really nice. They've done it well. Where the improvement would be is a few different optional colors. Now, I understand the accenting and all of that stuff because you want it to feel special being Raptor. However, I don't know if every single person, honestly, including myself, wants black. I really like this vehicle, but here in Phoenix, a black interior is just so ridiculously hot. So to have the same scheme with like a light gray at minimum, maybe something else out there as well, but just an option other than black with the same scheme for Raptor would be nice on the interior. Number two on the list is having to do with the seats as well. They are heated. However, there's no option for ventilated / cooled. That would be the improvement and option, not standard, as ventilated cooled, at least for the fronts. Number three on the list would be an optional sunroof. Now, Ford says in the previous generation, the sunroof was not optioned enough to justify bringing it into this one. However, if you feel differently, comment down below. They watch all of these videos because they want to listen to their customer base. So if you want it, definitely comment down below, and maybe you'll see it in an upcoming year. Number four on the list is the keyless entry, and that would be optional. It could be standard as well, but also having the keyless entry on the rear doors. Not a huge deal, obviously, pretty minor, but it is something that is nice whenever it is on the rear doors. Once you own a vehicle and it's on the rear door, you'll realize how much you actually use it. If you've never had it and you think it's dumb, I understand, but trust me on that. It is a nice little feature when it's on the rear as well. Number five on the list, obviously it's a Raptor, has the optional bead locks. It is made to go off-road. Plenty of ground clearance. Now, what would be nice, and it would take a little bit of engineering for like camera angles and stuff like that, but I know they can do it because I've seen similar ones in some other vehicles, and that would be an optional off-road camera. And what I mean by that is have a camera that can somehow emulate straight in front of you what your actual ground clearance is. So like if you're trying to straddle a rock, you don't have to get out, you don't need a spotter, you don't need someone to be like, oh, keep coming. You don't need all that. You can literally look through the camera and see your exact clearance. There's a line on a camera that says, hey, this is your bottom. If it's above that line, not gonna happen, it's gonna rub. So that's the fifth one. I think that would definitely be something good for an off-road vehicle for sure. Let me know, again, comments down below. Ford does pay attention to these. So without further ado, let's move on to the 5 things to love. Number one on the list is the exterior design. Just looking at some of the drone footage here so you can see the exterior a little bit better. I just think all the way around, I think it's a good looking mid-sized truck. Let me know down below what you think, but I think all the way around, I think it is a great look. Number 2 on the list is the exhaust tone. You can go, you have basically 4 different options, if you will. I believe, and I'm going off the top of my head here, I believe it's quiet, normal, sport, and Baja. And every single one of them has a level and tone to the exhaust. And it's nice, especially if you're going off-road, putting it in Baja. Absolutely, you want the sound. Even sometimes around town, I would throw it in sport just to be able to hear it, and it does. It has a nice little tone to it. We do some of the exhaust note and stuff like that in the 4 review, so if you want that, go check that out. Number 3 on the list is the fact that you could absolutely daily this. Now, there are many off-road focused vehicles that are not all that comfortable to drive just because they're so off-road focused. That is not the case with this Ranger Raptor. I found it surprisingly good, even with the optional beadlock tires. You can feel it in the steering wheel just slightly, but overall, very, very dailyable. I was impressed. Number 4 on the list is the adaptive cruise control and the lane centering. So many off-road vehicles out there do not do well with the true lane centering. This one does. It does exceptionally well, stays dead center of the lane. Disclaimer, keep your hands on the wheel, blah, blah, blah. But as a safety feature, it's really nice. Go to get a drink of water or whatever. Really good. Last but not least, number 5 on the list, and this is a 6-cylinder mid-size truck. Not too many options out there without listing other OEMs for 6-cylinder mid-size truck. Most of them are 4 cylinders now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest, I can't even think of a 6-cylinder other than this one. Maybe I'm missing one on the top of my head somewhere, but the main 2 that I'm thinking about are definitely 4 cylinders. So to have an option of a 6-cylinder mid-size truck, super, super nice. And of course, if you don't, maybe you don't go with the Raptor and you just go with another trim level of a Ranger. Totally up to you, but this is a truck that allows that option. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, not the full review, that is linked down below. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.